right, boating season is here in about a week. A new state law is going to take effect in Minnesota. Raises the requirements to drive a boat or a jet ski.
Yeah, and this just days ahead of the 4th of July. I can't believe we're talking about the 4th of July already. But of course, this is when a lot of people will be on the water. So we want to bring in Lieutenant Eric Sullivan. He's the Minnesota DNR Marine Unit Leader. Lieutenant Sullivan, we thank you so much for your time tonight. Can you start by telling us just the basics of this law?
Yeah, good evening. Thanks for having me. Lieutenant with DNR Enforcement, our Marine Unit, and like you said, busy waterways out there. If anybody was near the waterways, our temperatures rose, obviously got extremely busy. So we're off and running for summer activities out on the water. So with our new boating education law, there's a lot to it. So we encourage people to get their information prior to going out on the water so they don't have issues going out on the water. But essentially we're breaking operators into a few different groups, and one thing that's changing is the adult operators. They're going to be considered anyone born after June 30th, 2004 this year. That's what's going in starting on July 1st. So anybody under the age of 21 is going to be required to have that watercraft safety training, and the mission behind it is just to make our waterways safer and have more trained operators out there.
And it sounds like this will be implemented in different phases, right? Maybe not all at once?
Correct, yeah. The ultimate goal is to go back all the way to July 1, 1987, similar to some of our other recreational vehicle training that the DNR has. And there's several options to get the training. Online training is the way most folks take it now, and it's a $35 training online.
And can you tell us how, different this is than what was previously required?
Yeah, so the previous education requirements kind of targeted our youth operators, which was individuals 12 to 17 years of age, and now we're expanding that age group. Anyone born before July 1, 1987 is still exempt though. And there's a few different terms that go along with the new law that I'd like to cover, I guess. Young operators are the ones that are under the age of 12, and they have specific requirements as far as motorboat operation. Anything under the 75 horsepower, they would be required to have an accompanied operator with. And accompanied operator is an individual that's age 21 years of age or older and has the watercraft safety training.
I'm curious, Lieutenant Sullivan, because, when new laws are put into place, sometimes people don't really know, or, it's a new thing. So what will happen if those are caught not necessarily obeying this new law?
Yeah, so we're definitely very much in an educational role here as this new law goes into effect July 1. So we're communicating that with our user groups around the state, as well as local agencies, sheriff's departments, and stuff that assist us with enforcing and educating these water rec regulations out on the water. So very much an educational approach, and like I said, the goal is safer waterways, and ultimately we just want compliance and more training.
Yeah, talking about it now helps too.
Absolutely. And, I just want to ask you before we let you go, sometimes when there are emergencies, when people are in boats, there's panic and you're not always sort of present. If people are faced with sort of any kind of emergency situation on a boat, what do you want them to know? What should they try to do?
Yeah, the biggest thing out on the water is, like I said, is busy. So just being aware of your surroundings and what's going on is extremely helpful. And then making the correct decision as far as your abilities to help an individual that may be in distress out on the water. And typically we would just recommend throwing them on some sort of flotation device to assist them with whatever struggle or condition they have going on, and then contact the authorities to get trained rescue professionals as soon as possible.
Yeah, safety always the #1 priority. Lieutenant Eric Sullivan with the Minnesota DNR. We appreciate your time tonight. Thank you so much. Great information.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
You bet.